everyone, welcome to Tiffanycolors. In today's video is my completed pages video. Look at all of these books that I have here on my desk. Man, did I get some coloring done this month. I am so happy with all the pages I got done. And if you watched my March what I plan to color video, then you'll know that I had picked a bunch of books to work out of, and I worked out of every single book except for one. I take that back. I am working on that currently. I did not get it finished for March, so hopefully in April's completed pages it will be there. But look how many days I ended up finishing pages. I must have had just so much time to color, but I think really doing this planning ahead of time and getting the books out that I wanted to color in and put them next to me at where I color on the couch downstairs really helped a lot. So I definitely want to do this again for April. So yeah, let's go through all the pages together. We'll see if I ended up getting the March Scavenger Hunt done, which I'm pretty sure I did, but we'll mark them off as we go. And so yeah, let me clear my desk and we'll get started. Okay, the first book up that I want to show you is Joanna Basford's Small Victories, a coloring book of little wins and miniature masterpieces. And I was working on this page. Every month I do one little coloring. This month it was the mushrooms. And I found a cute little color palette on Pinterest. And because I like that color palette so much, I started over here with those same pencils. I think it's like 4, 5, 6 pencils of the Artex colored pencils, which work really good on this paper, by the way. And so, yeah, I'm going to hopefully finish this. That's a continuing whip. And hopefully I will finish that for April. But yep, happy to have that one done. And then let me see where I can put all this stuff here. Okay, this was my whip. I probably should have showed you this first. So this was one of the pages I had picked to do for March, and it was this page. And I'm not really sure if I like it. So I had to erase a lot of her skin tone. Her skin tone was coming out so orange, and I'm having a really hard time getting all the layers of colored pencils off. She looked like she had a really bad spray tan. And so I was like, oh my God, there's no way I can continue on with her skin looking like that. So I had to erase it. Hopefully I can fix it. We will see, because I would like to finish this page. I really like how her hair came out. I found a picture on Pinterest of colors that I really liked. So it wasn't a color palette. It was just a picture with all these pretty like spring colors. And I was going by that for inspiration for colors for this page. And so, yeah, we will see if I get this one finished. There's part of me that wants to just like give up. But I know I shouldn't. I really should finish this. I'm sure I can fix the skin. We will see. So hopefully that will be on the docket for next month. All right. The other page I picked was out of 50 Animal Mandalas, Color by Number by Sachin Sachdeva. And I picked this tiger. So the tiger was completely colored with Ohuhu brush markers in the pastel colors. I have a 48 set of pastel colors that I keep next to me where I color by the couch. And I also have a set of Teo tree markers that I love because there's such an array of colors in that, like, it doesn't take up a lot of room because they're skinnier markers. If you haven't seen them before, these are the Teo tree markers. They have a nice bullet nib, which is smaller than some other bullet nibs for alcohol markers. And then they have a chisel nib on the other side. And I mean, these little markers are packed full of juice because I can use them and use them and use them, and I still get plenty of space out of them. Like, you can't run out of ink, I swear to God. I have run out of a few of them, obviously, especially the ones like the light blues. Those always go really quick. But someone had mentioned in a video that they thought these yellowed. I have not had any issues with these. I came to the Teo tree markers late. Like, I wasn't on the first bandwagon that bought them right when they came out. So maybe they've made their ink a little bit better than they did in the very beginning, but I haven't had any yellowing. I even went back and looked at some of my old pages to see if maybe it yellowed, and I just hadn't noticed, and I have had no problems. And I'm on my second package of Teo tree markers because you can sometimes get them on a lightning deal for like $25. So put them in your cart on Amazon, and Amazon will let you know. You can just hit save for later, and Amazon will let you know when they go on sale. So yeah, these are the markers I use all the time. And then my Ohuhu brush markers, which look like this. I'm sure you've all seen those. But I have a whole bunch of these, so many different sets. But I love the pastel set that I have, because I love to do a marker base and then color pencil over. And so you obviously want to have a lighter base to start with. So that's why I like the pastels. They're super pretty colors. Like this, number 16 is actually supposed to be black, but I did a gray and then just darkened it in with a black black pencil. I used my Color 50 set of colored pencils. They aren't even like artist grade. They're just regular old. I think I got them for like $12 at Christmas time. They come in I don't have them up here, but I do still have the container it came in. So they came in this. You get 50 Color, 50 colored pencils, 50 rich and vibrant colors. It does say artist quality. But they were only like $12, and there's plenty of colors in here. So yeah, I keep those next to me as well. And so that I always have a set of pencils ready to grab at any moment. But yeah, I do like those. But yeah, that's basically what I use in a lot of my coloring pages is the Teo tree markers, the Ohuhu markers, Color colored pencils, my Artex colored pencils, and my Prismacolors. That's what I use most of the time. I mean, I will try and broaden my horizons here because I feel like that's what I use all the time, but we will see. Anyway, I'm done rambling. I really love how this came out. Finished this on March 31st. Oops. Let's make sure I'm back in frame. Yep. Okay. So another book I chose this month was Chibi Girls coloring book, the anime color by number by Color Questopia. This is an older coloring book by Color Questopia, and I actually like, instead of the black background, I like the white background because I like to do my own lines. And so I completed this page. I got a little stain. I didn't realize I had some, like, we had just got done dinner and I had some juice on my sleeve. And so I'm coloring and I got a stain on the paper, which, oh well. It didn't really ruin the page. It just looks messy. So this again, so I did use gel pens. I used my Jelly Roll gel pens. I've got some metallic. I got some neon in there. I think I might have some glitter. Maybe it's more metallic and neon. And then I do a little black outlining with my Fudanowski, Tombow Fudanowski black brush pen. I like these for my Disney books as well. You can find those at Walmart. I found them at my local Walmart. So if you don't want to outline with gel pen, you can certainly use just a regular black pen. The reason I like these brush pens is because they don't bleed. Like, you can put the alcohol marker right up to it and it won't bleed. As long as you let it dry, it won't bleed at all. So again, I used my Ohuhu brush tip alcohol markers for a base, my Jelly Roll gel pens to outline the lines. You can see how it sparkles. And I also used a white Jelly Roll gel pen, I believe, and Shaded it in with, I believe this was my colored pencils for shading. But yeah, I just like to shade in the corners. If you notice, you don't have to be particular about shading. I literally just like to go into the corners and just do a little shade and then light pressure coming out, just to give it a little bit of dimension, a little bit of pop so it doesn't look so flat. That's really the only reason I do it, because I think it looks a little better than just flat coloring. But you don't have to be picky. Just put a little bit in the corners. All is good. So yeah, I completed that one on March 26th. Next up is out of Circles of Fun Animals coloring book by Maggie Swanson. I was so happy that I picked this because I have not worked in this book in so long. I forgot how cute it really was. And I wanted to do this page. So this page took me quite a while. As you can see, I did like a gradient in the background with my alcohol markers, which I'm not all that good at that, but this went pretty easy. I think because there wasn't big open spaces, and I just kind of took my time. And while it was still wet, I brought in my next marker and kind of pushed it along. But yeah, I really love how this one came out. I love all the vibrant colors. So again, it was my Ohuhu pastel brush markers. My Teo tree markers. I think I did the whole thing in, yeah, I did. I did the whole thing in marker base. And then I went over it with my Artex colored pencils. I did go on to Pinterest and reference some fish so I could see kind of what colors to do for the fish. And yeah, these little pink guys are probably my favorite, as well as this pink coral with the, if you can see, there's some blue like tips that I put on there, and then darkened the darker spots with the darker magenta. But I just absolutely love these colors. Nice, vibrant, beautiful under the water colors. And I completed this on March 23rd. Next up was out of Bruno and Mousie's Kawaii Adventures, Color by Number coloring book by Alice Mills Publishing. And I did this page. So this was done with my colored pencils. I know that. And oh yeah, it must have been obviously my brush markers. So nothing new there. I did do some highlights. Yeah, I really like how these came out. Of course, this color palette is a pastel color palette anyway, so that's why it was nice to use my Ohuhu pastel colors and yeah, do it on here. I think this teal blue though is a Copic. I don't think I had a teal blue like that in the Ohuhus. I'm pretty sure that was a Copic teal. But yeah, another one completed out of this book. And then I pulled Josh Dunbar's Island Cuties. I had not worked out of this yet, a pocket-sized coloring book. And I really love this one, you guys. It's very simple, but I just love it. So I cannot wait to do another page out of here. I'd like to do a page every month out of this book. So we will see if I get to it. But look at this guy. Isn't he just absolutely adorable? Like, I don't know. I just really, really like how he came out. I love his coloring. Again, I based him with alcohol markers. So Ohuhu alcohol markers and shaded him in with Artex colored pencils. I love the bubbles. That blue is a Copic blue that I based it in, a pale blue, and then went over it with a little bit of pencils. But oh my God, I think he's just absolutely adorable. And he's a mermaid. He's a tiger mermaid. How cute is that? So yeah, I've definitely got to do some more. That went so quick and it was so much fun. I wanted to do another one, but I knew I had to get on to my other books. So maybe in April I will continue on. All right, next up is Enchanted Faces, Mermaids, Fairies, and Fantasy pocket-sized coloring book by Hannah Lynn. This was a whip that had been a whip for a really long time. So I'm so excited that I was able to finally finish it. And it's this girl right here. So I had to go onto Pinterest to find inspiration because I really didn't know what to do with the sky. I actually thought it was a daytime sky until I realized that the lighthouse was shining its light out into the air. And so I was like, well, if the lighthouse is on, it's got to be night. It's got to be nighttime. So that means that's not a sun, but a moon. So then I started looking up nighttime scenes on Pinterest, and I came across this beautiful scene, and that was definitely my inspiration. If I still have the picture on my phone, I will put it here so you guys can see the inspiration page. But I really absolutely love how this came out. If you'll go into my March plans video, you'll see I showed this picture half done. I mean, all that was done, I think, was part of her tail and I think her skin tone. Oh yeah, I had to fix her skin tone. Her skin tone was done with completely the alcohol marker. And I don't know if you can see, but you can kind of see through when I go up close the lines. And so I had to try and go over it with colored pencils to try and blend those marker lines in. But yes, I just absolutely love how this came out. I love her hair. I love how the light hits this side of the face, well, this side of the hair and her arm, how the light glows on the water. Again, I just based it with an alcohol marker and then went over it with my Artex colored pencils. So yes, very, very happy with how this one came out. And it went pretty fast considering, because it's a, you know, a pocket size book. So it didn't take me too long to complete. All right, so that was out of Enchanted Faces. All right, next up is Alexander Francis Kawaii coloring book, travel size. Again, I'm liking the small coloring books. And I completed this girl. So she was, I was inspired with the spring colors and decided to choose her. Again, alcohol base markers with Artex colored pencils on top. And there is some gold accents, a little white jelly roll. But yeah, I used a combination of my pastel Ohuhu markers, plus this background though is a Copic, because I don't have a blue that color in my Ohuhus. I'm pretty sure that there's also Teo Tree in there. So yeah, marker base with pencil shading as usual. Yep, really like how that one came out. All right, I got to work out of this book this month. I was so happy. Le Grand Classique Tome 2 by Hatchet Heroes. And I did Winnie the Pooh. So this was based with my Crayola Super Tips. I like to base them with my Crayola Super Tips. And then I go over them to make them a little bit, to get rid of the lines from the marker lines. I go over it with colored pencils, and I used my Arteza colored pencils for this one. But yeah, so he's completed. I completed him on March 22nd. And I'm so happy I got another one done in this book. I think I say that about every book. All right, Relaxing Corner, Coco Wayo. And I did this page. I completed this one on March 17th. Again, pastel Ohuhu brush markers and my Teo trees and my Artex colored pencils. I really like those Artex colored pencils, by the way. So if you think you're in the market for a new set of pencils, I would highly recommend them. They keep a nice strong point. They don't break. They keep a sharpness for a long time, so you can get right into those small little crevices. Whereas Prismacolors, they kind of bloom out easier, and they're hard to get in those tiny little crevices. I mean, you can, obviously, but I don't know. I just really like my Artex colored pencils. So anyway, yes, I love how this one came out. I love all the colors. There was a lot of greenery, so I was like, how am I going to make this look a little bit different so it's not all the same green? Well, I found quite a few different greens within my colors. And then when you shade it with another color green, it totally changes the look of the color. So yeah, that was so much fun to do. So anyway, that is that page completed. I worked out of Mosaic Art Landscapes, color by number, by such and such Deva, and I did this pretty spring scene. I love the colors in this. I always use my Crayola Super Tips for these because it just works well in those tiny little spots, and you don't have to worry about it bleeding over the edge like you would with alcohol marker. And yeah, I completed this one on March 4th. And this type of paper, it's like a glossy paper, so it really doesn't bleed through, which is kind of nice. Like you don't get that, not bleed through, but you don't get that wrinkle like you do with other water-based markers. So yep, done in that. 50 Nighttime Mandalas by Camellia Angelkova. Oh, and I did this, no, wait. This was back in January. Okay, where's the one that I did? Oh, yes, I forgot all about this because I did this way back at the beginning of the month. So I wanted to do something for St. Patrick's Day for March. So I picked this color palette. This is all done with my Teo Tree markers. And yep, I start in the middle and I just work my way out. And I really, really like how that one came out. I'm doing this from front to back, so I'll just keep maybe, so if I can do one a month, that would be great. So this will be next month's mandala page. But yeah, worked out of that one. Characters Through Worlds and Times, Grayscale Coloring Book by Christine Karen. And I did the mermaid. Okay, so I'm not really sure if I like her skin tone. I was going for a rainbow effect. Like I wanted to use the colors of the rainbow in the picture. And of course I started with her skin. I think I made her skin a little too dark or purpley. I don't know, but there's pink, blue, and purple in her skin. And then the tail is green and yellow. Her hair's yellow. The flower's pink. I think I got all the rainbow colors, but yeah, not too sure about her skin. And I think I used my Color colored pencils for this because they keep a nice sharp point. So I thought, well, I'll just use those. And yeah, I do like how it came out. March 13th was when I completed that page. Oh yes, I completed my backyard color by number. So if you go to my Instagram, Tiffanycolors79, there is a flip through, a complete flip through of this book. I'm not going to do it here, but I finally finished the last 2 pages. So I had this page, which I completed on March 9th. I do these with my Crayola Super Tips, and then I shade them in with colored pencils. And I completed this page. So I got my last 2 pages completed out of this book. So happy to have this done. I've had this for quite a few years and was finally able to finish it. I think this book is still available on Amazon for like $3 or $4. So it's a kid's coloring book, color by number, but I absolutely love that coloring book and I'm happy to have it completed. All right, 2 more books to go. So 50 Vacation Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. I've had this book forever and never had worked out of it. I think I got it last year for my birthday in May. And so I completed this page, and oh, this is one of my favorites this month too. Absolutely adorable. Little hedgehog. I love his purple hair. Again, all my pastel colored pencils and not pastel colored pencils, pastel markers, and then Artex colored pencils on top. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I contemplated about doing a background, but then was like, I kind of like the way the colors look just by themselves. So I'm not going to overcomplicate it, and I'm so glad I chose not to because I think this looks great. So March 9th of 2024 was when I completed that one. And then this is a new book. Such and Such Deva has a new coloring book out. Color by tattoo art, color by number. And I completed this turtle. So I did this on video for you guys on my YouTube channel. I think I did it as a speed coloring. But yeah, this is completely done in marker. So I based it with my Ohuhu pastel markers, and then I outlined it with my Teo tree in a darker color so that it would give a little bit dimension and a little pop. But there's no marker, there's no colored pencil on here. It's just straight marker coloring. And I completed this on March 11th. There's also a flip through video up on my channel of this book. So if you guys want to take a peek and see what's inside this book, he's got quite a lot of nice images that could be tattoos, but they could just be fun images to color too. So yeah, go take a look over on Amazon. And that was Tattoo Art, Color by Number by Such and Such Deva. And then I also completed my coloring page. So this was my March coloring page called, I think it was called Pretty Patterns coloring page. So this is over on my Kofi shop. If you would like to print this out and color this yourself. I completed this on March 22nd. I actually used my regular Ohuhu markers, not my pastels. And then based it with one color and then outlined it with another. I did have a color palette that I chose. And yeah, I really like how that came out too. So that is all my completed pages. If you want to stay and, oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to show you guys my iPad. I always, at the end of my completed pages video, I bring out my iPad to show you what I've been coloring on that. Oh boy. No, sirree, we don't want you. Okay. So this is what I completed this month. This was out of Hannah Lynn's Enchanted Faces. I'm hoping there's not a glare for you guys. Doesn't look like it. And I think I had a color palette. I finished this so long ago, but I used several different brushes. As you can tell, there's like a glitter brush that I used, a shading brush to shade with. Yeah, I really like the colors I chose. I really like how the apple turned out with the glitter and the light. But she reminded me of Maleficent. So I think I had a picture of Maleficent on Pinterest that I was kind of going by for colors. But yeah, I really like her skin tone too. Her skin tone's very pretty. So yeah, completed that one. And then this is an Alexander Francis. Her fairy houses color by number. I completed this on March 2nd. And yep, I did shading, and I think I might have used my watercolor brush for this. It's not on watercolor paper, but I did use the watercolor brush to give it that kind of effect. So yeah, I really like the colors I chose and how that one came out. Next up, this is if you sign up for Alexander Francis's monthly newsletter, she gives you a free coloring page every month. And of course, I love Alexander Francis's artwork. So this was March's free coloring page that I got in my email. So of course, I had to quickly put it on my iPad and color it. And yeah, I like how that came out. I really like the colors that I chose for that too, especially that bluish color with the green and that pink. Oh, and I put the B in for Baxter because my pug's name is Baxter and my Boston Terrier's name is Bristol, and they both start with B, so I had to put a B on their color. And then the last one I did was, this is from, oh my gosh, yeah, Sach and Sach Deva's stained glass coloring book. And I don't know if you noticed, but it looks like stitching. So there is a free tutorial on YouTube. If you go to my Instagram there and you find this picture, look in the description because I linked the person that created these brushes that I used to make it look like fabric. You can get them for free over on her YouTube channel. And yeah, so she made a brush to look like fabric stitching. And then she also made some to look like fabric. But I went and made my own brushes with the different prints of fabric. Look, we've got lace, we've got gingham, we've got polka dots. And so, yeah, and then you just change the colors out and you can create, it looks like a quilt. So, yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. Something different. And you still color it just like a brush, and the pattern comes out as you color. And then you just outline over the top of, because you can see, let's see if I close these. See, oh shoot, there it is. Okay, so here's my layer that has the original coloring book page, and then I just go over it. Let me slide the opacity down. Then I go over it with these stitches, and I just go over all the lines with the stitches. And yeah, it makes, you literally just draw over it and the stitches come right out of the pen. It was so much fun. Obviously you want to do something with big spaces so that the stitches, you could actually see the stitches because they're pretty fat. Even if you bring this all the way down, it still makes them almost like the same length or width, I should say. So yeah, and then I used a gray color and then just like tripled it. And then if we turn on, those were the shadows, and here's the fabric. We'll turn that layer off. But yeah, I actually really like how this came out. I thought this was super cute. So that's all that I completed on my iPad. So once again, that's all my completed pages for the month. If you're done and you don't want to go on to what I'm going to show next, which is I'm going to go through my coloring notebook and pick out to see if I've got all the pages for my little scavenger hunt that I had going for myself. And actually, it's Happy Colors that does the scavenger hunt. If I can find my little notebook, what did I do with it? Well, that's weird. Where did my notebook go? Okay. It's got to be here somewhere. There it is. Oh my God. Hiding under all of that stuff. Really? Oh, geez. Okay. So now that I found my notebook, I am going to go through and we're going to see if I got all the March scavenger hunt for Happy Scavenger March 2024. She just released her April one, so I'll be doing another video soon where I put in my April plans. But let's go through and see. So succulent, I know where that is. I'm gonna do this. So that would be in my relaxing corner book. Oh, where is it? This one for succulents. I feel like these are like succulents, so that's what I'm going to say that one is for. And then a kawaii page. I believe it's going to be this one. Nope, that's chibi. Kawaii means cute. So what? Oh, this one. Right here. Kawaii coloring book. Travel size by Alexander Francis. This one's going in for my kawaii one. So we'll open that one. All right, Sea Life. Yep, I've got that one. Let's see. That was this coloring book. You guys should see the pile of coloring books. They've all slid over, but that's all right. This is my Sea Life page that I'm going to choose. Mermaid. Oh, I have a couple of mermaids. I don't know if I should do this mermaid or this mermaid. Nope, it wasn't this one. It was this one. I think I want to do this mermaid. What do you think? Although, I kind of really like this mermaid. But this is a tiger mermaid, and there is one for tiger. That one's kind of up in the air. I got to figure that one out. Yeah. Oops. I think I do want to do this one for the mermaid. Okay, this one's going to be the mermaid. Winnie the Pooh. We know which one that one is. This one here, which was why I picked this one, because it's my only Winnie the Pooh page I have. Tiger. I'm going to do this one for my tiger. Right here. Mandala. Oh, that one's easy. This one can be my mandala. Right here. Fairy. Did I get the fairy? You know what? I think that's the only one I didn't finish was the fairies book. Well, because this is Chibi. Oh man, I thought for sure I would have had it. Well, that's all right. This one was supposed to be my fairy and I did not finish this one. So that's a bummer. Okay. Rainbow. I know that's why I picked this one. It was for my rainbow page. And Chibi Girl and Boy. That's this one. Well, guys, I got all but one done out of the scavenger hunt. That's pretty darn good, I think. So here's my Chibi Girl. So I'll have to go through. Let's see. So we got Succulent, Kawaii, Sea Life, Mermaid, Winnie the Pooh, Tiger, Mandala, Rainbow, and Chibi Girl. I think that's the most I've ever finally completed doing these scavenger hunts. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. But look how many books I completed. So I was one shy of 14. Oh, no, because I did not write down such and such. So I did do 14 pages because I forgot to write down such and such David's newest book that I completed. So yeah, I really, really liked doing this. I got to fill in all my little hearts. But anyway, please stay tuned for when I come back on with my April coloring plans. I'm so happy you guys stuck around till the very end. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And happy coloring, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.